Hello, I'm Marcia McMillan. Thank you for joining us. We begin with breaking news this morning on the Canadian economy as the government prepares to update Canadians on its financial plans for the country. We're getting a clearer picture of Canada's inflation rate and the high cost of living. Let's go straight to CTV's Scott Hurst. He is standing by with what StatsCan has just released this morning. Scott, what are we seeing?
Marcia, two big financial stories today. As you mentioned, the rate of inflation just announced within the last half hour, the consumer price index slowing to 3.1% on a year-over-year basis, and that's down from 3.8% from the September number. And as you were saying, according to Stats Canada, it was largely driven by a deceleration of gasoline prices, down 7.8% in October. It also points out that grocery prices continue to decelerate as well, but remain quite elevated. Of course, grocery prices aren't dropping, but they're more gradual increase that we've seen. And so that's putting much less pressure on overall inflation. And so that is where we get to with this number today. And obviously we've seen over the last several months that the rate of inflation is slowly, not quite linearly in a linear pattern, but slowly coming down from its high that it was last summer. So we're sitting at 3.1%, Marcia, in this latest number, and that is still above the target rate that the Bank of Canada sets at 2%. So here's what we're looking at over the last many months of where the consumer price index has come out on a monthly basis. And here's the year-over-year number as we see it now come down, slowing to 3.1%, Marcia, with gasoline prices being a big factor in this, and then also food prices with a more gradual increase than we've seen over the last several months. Still quite elevated. Food prices at 5.4% increase in October, followed by a 5.8% gain in September. So still quite elevated, but Marcia, not putting as much pressure on overall inflation as we've been seeing.